Well, welcome back to Allison Customs Project Car TV. Today what I have for you is a shop update. This is going to be number one of I don't know how many shop updates. And I've got a question for you. I'm going to repeat this at the end. Do you want to see this kind of content on this channel? The name of the channel is Project Car TV. Do you just want to see project cars and welding and that type of content? And if you do, that's totally fine. I get it. I tune into certain channels for certain kinds of content. If this kind of content, the shop or, the other stuff I do around, building fences or whatever, I've done videos on a lot of different projects that I've had, but they didn't all relate to cars. If this kind of content and the other stuff that's not car related is not what you want to see, please comment down below. Hey man, that's not why I tune in. I just need an idea, because if I get enough of that, I'm thinking about starting a second channel, and I'll just put that kind of content over there, maybe do some updates on this channel so that those of you who are interested could go find it easily, put it up in the corner and all that. But if everybody is liking the idea of having all kinds of content on here, then I'm good with just leaving it and not having to kind of work two different channels. So anyway, enough of that. What we got for you is a shop update in Washington. Yes, we're building a new one. Not quite as big as the last one, but that's because you're going to see I have some extra garages on this property. So we're going to make use of those as well. And so I'm going to send you back in time about a month and a half to when I got started on this project. Thanks for watching. See you soon.
Well, good morning. We're out here at our new property in Washington, and right out here by where this trailer's at is where we're going to be building the shop. Guys are getting here this morning to start grading out for the driveway. We're going to have a place to put the building. We've ordered it already, and it should be here actually next week. So I'm going to turn you around, let you see what's going on. I'm filming this with my iPhone, so forgive me for not being really steady. But you can see out here between the trees, the road's out there, and they are getting tractors and stuff, equipment unloaded. I've been gone for a week, so I got to get this place mowed again. And then this is a hay field that one of the neighbors has been cutting the hay and baling it, I guess, for years. Well, we've mowed so much of it when it was much shorter to get the trailers parked in here that they don't really think there's quite enough to even bother trying to bale or mow and bale. So it may just get knocked down and unfortunately go to waste, but you can see in here it's pretty tall, so I got to get out here and get this mowed. Anyway, like this little swell here, this runs down to a creek that's down there. I got to get out here and get just the grass mowed down around these trailers. You can see that's just about 2 weeks of growth where I didn't mow around. I didn't pull the trailers out of the way, and that trailer's only been sitting there not even 10 days. This is where the building's gonna go, is right out here. Probably gotta come get these keys and move that truck. And then the driveway is going in right here where they're unloading. So I'm come in here, see if I can get a view. Driveway is going to come in between these trees here where we were just looking at that piece of equipment, and it's going to run down the fence, and then the back of the building should be parallel to that fence line out here about 30 feet I think, and then going down that way about 80 feet. So it's a big 50 by 80 roof line. 50 by 60 of it will be inside. The last 20 feet is just going to be a big carport on the outside that I can put the RV under. I'm not sure how well you can see that, but because we're looking into the sun here. But first truck's here.
and he's sitting on the driveway we paved, we gravelled, and I didn't have anything to do with it. But so the building's gonna go, for now they're gonna unload this truck, put everything over here on the side next to the trees, and then the second truck will be here with the majority of the building. And then the expectation is the building's gonna go, we had to move it around, it's gonna go long ways here with the front towards the trees. So builder's on his way, and we'll see him getting this stuff off. There we go, second truck is arriving now. It was here earlier, but it was pointed the other way and couldn't back in around the corner of the fence there. Hey guys, I'm just filming this with my iPhone. Guys got started yesterday working on the pad, and you can see that it made quite a bit of progress now. Starting to really come together. It's about out there where the pickup is just the other side of what will be the driveway. And we kind of looked at it the other day, and now they're putting in the gravel. They'll be doing their forms probably Monday after the holiday. Really starting to look like what we need. There's the building still. All my trailers, but thought we'd get a look at it. He's in progress. I wish I'd have gotten a little more video, or some video, when they were getting started. Just I wasn't around. I was at work when they were getting this project started. Back out here, they have finished up for the day, and as you can see, it's quite a bit different appearing now with the gravel in there and some of the slopes starting to be put in. I'm gonna walk out here. Instead of making you sick, I'll just bring you back in a second. All right, back out here again. I apologize, I'm filming this with my iPhone, so it may not be the steadiest, but you can see got all the gravel in for the site, and then we'll continue to shape this dirt as we pull some more out. Got a little more to pull out up here in the front for some drainage, and then we'll sink some, or not sink, lay some drainage pipe in there, tie all the gutters in on the front of the building into it, and then run that out over here into the, back over here. There's a swell in here that runs down, so we'll get all that tied together so that it's nice and clean. But looks real good. The 20 feet on this end, this will be a carport, and then there'll be a wall there, and then there'll be a 50 by 60 actual building. It's all roofed, so 50 by 80 under roof, and then but this 20 feet here is just going to be a carport, and that's because I also have this building over here, and well, that's supposed to be an RV bay. There's really no way to get a vehicle, a
trailer in here and make the turn in there, or even a motorhome, without driving out into the yard. And there is sprinklers out here in the yard, so we don't really want to be driving out in this. So anyway, that building, it'll focus again. That building is, I'm probably going to use that bay to do most of my electrical work. And then the other one where the Honda's parked, that one will probably just be a bay to store a vehicle in. So let's walk over that way real quick. Let's walk you guys in here. And this is what I've been kind of setting up to use as a shop for the meantime. So it's roughly 16 feet wide and like 32 feet long. And started getting up some of my banners and stuff, but you know, it's just, a lot of the stuff that's in here will end up moving to the other shop eventually. A lot of my tools, anything that's fabrication related, my welders, all that kind of stuff. So what will stay out here is all my tools for electrical work and plumbing. And then, of course, the plasma table is not going to be out here. I don't even have an air compressor out here yet, but I don't really want to be running that because it is open. This garage is open to this other bay on both ends. There's another door down there, doorway. And right now you can see this one is packed full as well. But I figure I can store a truck in here, or this, you know, whether it's the C10 or the Scout or just whatever. But the cats like it. Another one over here taking a nap. Anyway, so this is what I've been working in. I did do some work on the Honda the other day, and it was nice to be able to get in out of the sun. Stopped by local big box store, got me a big old TV. And this is a project coming up. Guys, I'll probably walk you guys through that install here soon on the Kia Telluride. Yeah, you can see. Right now, it's just all storage, so. All right, guys. I don't know when this will get clipped into another video, but it's coming up anyway. Thanks for watching. Here we go. They out here today. Three people were working on it most of the day. Not all day, but a good chunk of the day. They got it formed up. Did a little bit of digging out around the perimeter where they were going to need to set up the steel. So they've still got to get all of the steel in. And then there's all this remesh they'll lay in there. It looks pretty good. They got a couple of the sonotube rounds for forming up the top portion of the two pillars on the far side. There's one over there, one over there. Show you a little bit of video on those holes, or I may have already shown you. It's coming along. Be a little while yet. Well, that brings you up to date on the shop and what's going on and where I'm trying to get some work done in the meantime, because we're probably still a couple months from having even a standing usable building, let alone getting power and insulation and all the other stuff in there. Hopefully over the winter we can start building it out and having a functional building to do projects in. In the meantime, I do have a few other videos that I've started working on. Some of them are left over from when I was in New Mexico, and includes projects that happened down there, both in the shop as well as on the shop, you know, getting it ready to be sold. I've also got some new stuff from here in Washington. I'm just going to be trying to get those out, you know, every
week or so till I run out of stuff and more, and then have to come up with more. But anyway, in the meantime, I do have a question for you. So we're sharing this channel, Allison Customs Project Car TV, and as part of that, you kind of take the name for what it is, Project Cars. So, and most of the videos that are on cars and welding and that type of project do well on the channel. They get plenty of views. So looking back at the history on the channel, the videos that cover project cars, even extended ones or extended projects, all do better than my little projects around the house or around the shop or just whatever. I'm sure it's just a matter of interest on different things. So I'm asking you guys, and I ask that you throw a comment down. Do you want to continue to see that kind of content on this channel, or do you want just the content of project cars and welding and whatever that side entails? And if that's the case, then that's great. I'm going to leave that here. We'll continue on with that. If the overall majority is, hey, yeah, that's not really the interest, that's not why I'm visiting your channel. I'm not just here to see what Jeff's doing. I'm here to see project cars. If that's the case, I'm thinking about starting a second channel that would just have all the other stuff I do. I would do updates on this channel, but mostly just put the bigger videos on the second channel. So I'm looking for you guys to send me a bunch of comments. Let me know what your opinion is. I know I ask that fairly often, to what's going on, what do you guys think? Please help me out. I just don't know what I should be trying to feed you guys for videos. So that's it for this week. Thanks. Please like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, all the other YouTube stuff that I always ask about, and I'll see you again real soon.